Welcome back, guys. What is today's challenge? As you know, I have been running up some tests on the Instant Vortex Plus air fryer, 6 liters. Thus far, we know for sure 100% that the instant air fryer can cook meat, chicken, fish perfectly. They're all they're juicy, the meat is moist and tender, so we have no problem with that. But the manufacturer also claimed that their machine could dehydrate food. So, what do I have there for you are some fruits. Let me introduce you. We have apple with hard texture. We have oranges with wet texture. That should be a challenge, so I'm going to cut a couple of slices. We have some kiwi. Why a tomato? Why? Tomatoes are so wet. They have a wet texture. Exactly, guys. Exactamundo. This right here is such a wet vegetables or fruit upon how you want to call it. If you can dehydrate a tomato, then the instant air fryer is flawless. It's perfect. So that should be an interesting challenge to see if this can get dehydrated. We have some West Indian mango that too is wet and sticky. I need to see can the air fryer dehydrate this. We have a Mexican mango that too, that's very meaty, very sticky, so it should be challenge. We have a Moroccan cucumber, So what I'm doing, guys, it's throwing different stuff in there. It's a long process. It's 8 hours process, so we're gonna see the beginning of it. You're gonna see me setting the machine and stuff like that, and then when everything is done, we'll see the finished product, the exact same fruits and vegetable here, and see how it did. We have some mini peppers. All right. So, what is the plan? I can either slice them up or just throw them in there just like that, just like this. So, what I'm going to do, all right, got couple, I'm not going to like throw the whole thing. It's just, we want to know how well does it dehydrate fruits or vegetables. So, I have a couple of pieces here. Uh, if everything works out fine, you can make yourself healthy snack to your liking. You can make healthy snack sugar free for your family. So that's why we're doing this. So it's worth it. No stress. We hope things will work out fine. It should. But let's see if 8 hours can actually really do it. And if it takes longer, I will let you know, guys. And if it didn't work out, then I'll also let you know. This machine is rather powerful, so I am positive that things will work out fine. So they are so small, tiny. I'm gonna throw it in there, like the whole thing here. You know, instead of like if you have to like always get a snack something, it's gonna be a healthy snack. So the Moroccan cucumber, we can maybe split it into four. You see, guys, look how wet those things are. Did you see that? Look how wet. So if the Instant Vortex Plus can do that flawlessly, guys, you can have your sandwich back full with great stuff. If you're vegan or, you know, wow, look. So 4 pieces, it's just one. Uh, we just want to see how it does. So kiwi, same thing. We're just gonna, kiwi can be very delicious. Uh, so If it's dry up properly, this should be fantastic. And look how meaty and wet the kiwi is. Look. So if the promises are fulfilled, the instant vortex is just magic. It's just magic, guys. You know, it gives you new power. You have control over your health. Okay? Look how wet. Look how wet. This is 60% water and 40% is like meat. So yeah. All right. Look at that, guys. It's falling apart. Okay. But I am happy. Why? We have a very large tray. So, not this. I'm talking about this. We have a very, very large container. So, yes, there will be room for everything. So, yeah. This one here. I need to know if the kiwi is going to go through. Look, man. All right. Orange. We're going to do it here. 1, 2. Okay. Yeah. We want to see. We want to see, you know, like, how well does it work out? Okay. It's not overcrowded. Same thing, tomatoes. We're going to cut 3 pieces, 3 slices. Okay, it's just to see, you know, like, so I'm gonna make more rooms like this. Well, can you guys see? Yes, like this, yeah. So the tomatoes, we want to see how well does the tomato dries up. So now what's left are the mangoes. Many Asian countries have dry mangoes as a snack in a bag, and it's very, very, very popular in Asia. So, and it's not cheap, guys. So if I can do my own thing, then we're gonna throw it in there just like that. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. Here. Just one slice. It's just to see, you know. And the Mexican mango, yeah, just one slice. Yeah. Once we get the results in, then we know I want to do a whole pot of mangoes. I want to do a whole pot of tomatoes for my kids, for my myself. I want to do a whole pot of apple because now we're just throwing uh, different material out there to see how well the air fryer responds. You know, so that's the purpose of that. You know, we want to see, can you really do it in 8 hours the way we would buy it at the grocery. So this one here. All right. So, okay. One. That's all. So there you have it, guys. You have 2 slices of mangoes, 2 slices of apples, some mini peppers, Moroccan cucumbers, some kiwi. The kiwi is just falling apart as soon as you touch it. So things like that, if you can dehydrate that to make it like a dry fruit, that would be awesome. We have our tomatoes, so shall we begin? Now that you guys see everything, it's very colorful. You have different colors. It's nice for the eyes, you know. Okay, so maybe the cucumbers are not that heavy. We can like toss them to the side like this and give more room to the mangoes. Can you imagine? You can buy your Mexican mangoes and they don't go to waste because now, plus, guys, it's the fruit season. Sometimes you have a whole box for $5, $6, and instead of like going to waste, because you're not gonna eat everything like the same day, right? But or ever, if you have a machine powerful enough to dry up your fruits, then that $5 gives you snack for a long time. It's almost free, 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 guys. So let's begin. We're gonna answer in. So you guys, you're gonna witness history. Bingo. All right. So now we press air fryer, and now there's nope. Dehydrate. The time, it's 8 hours. Yeah, it's 8 hours, guys. So I'm guessing every time you must come back and do it. And temperature, it's 175. They said 135 to 175. You know what? I'm gonna go to 175. All right. Here. Is no. Dehydrate. Okay. Look, that's guys, that's the default. You see, as soon as I press dehydrate, it gives me 8 hours and 135 Fahrenheit. So let me see if I press temperature. Here, 170, and you ready to witness history? Boom. And it's doing its thing. I respect you too much to let you watch this for 8 hours. I will stop the video, and when the machine completes its cycle, we're going. Okay, guys, now that we're back, the dehydration session is over. The instant VORTEX Plus comes in 8 hours default manufacturer program. So as soon as you press dehydrate, it's going to set it to 8 hours. That's what the manufacturer felt that is needed to dehydrate food. So now let's get it out and see what we got. All right, so in 8 hours we had like Meg and stuff like that. Of course they have recipes, you know. All I did was throwing tomatoes, orange, apple to see how well the machine could dehydrate food. So now we're gonna move on to here, and all right, so let's see, you know, how well it did. The point is to dehydrate stuff, and we'll give it a score. Okay. We're gonna identify what those things are first. Okay. So we know which one worked out fine. Is 8 hours long enough? All right, that's done. Okay, so right here, last but not least, that's all right. For now, I'm going to put it back. Okay. So what we have here, these two are the small peppers. if you guys remembered. Okay, it's 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 really dry. Well done. I'm not sure those needed 8 hours to do. These are our oranges. It's dry. So was 8 hours too long? Maybe, because we had like different stuff thrown in there. Not because it we were puzzled at what the machine could do, and maybe some of the fruits or vegetables shouldn't go together or for this long. Okay, so this is the tomato slice. If you guys remember, it's dry. That's a piece of apple. It's dry. Maybe 8 hours was too long because I've never done it. I've never dehydrated food. So next time I could probably, like stuff like kiwis, you could maybe do it in 4 hours. Not 8 hours. That's the kiwi. If you guys remember, that's the kiwi. It's dry. Yeah. Yeah, this was too long, guys. 8 hours. It should be dry and still like the kiwi. Okay, you see, the kiwi doesn't break. Okay, the kiwi doesn't break. This one here, 8 hours. It's too much. So we know now. Okay, the orange. 8 hours. It's too much. But we know. Okay, the machine is legit. This is our Moroccan cucumbers, and 8 hours it's way too much. So you see, and with one batch of fruits and vegetables, we are finding out that some really don't need 8 hours. Okay, the cucumbers maybe 2 hours, 3 hours, 3 hours. Because look, if you guys remember, they were like big slice, and I was expecting them to. I thought it would be a challenge to actually dehydrate them, and look, they are the tiniest among all the stuff that we have there. If I didn't presented you the ingredients before, you wouldn't believe that this is our cucumber. Yeah, the tomato. Remember, my concern was the fact that tomatoes is juicy and wet, and this could cause a problem to dehydrate. And 8 hours, to my surprise, is too much. Yeah, 8 hours is too much. Okay, so thus far it's just the kiwi that's holding itself good. Okay, yeah. The apple, those fruits have so much juice and water in them. They're wet. Look at the apple. Interesting. So 8 hours for the apple works out fine. That's all I think all of them should be. You see? Soft like that. It's dry, that's a dry snack. Okay. This is not a failure, guys, because I have never done it. We don't know what are the ability or fork in the instant vortex plus air fryer dehydrate food, or efficient it can be, and it is very efficient. The manufacturer default, I was worried that I had to add more time, and no. So with this before us, now we know 8 hours, yes. Mangoes, 8 hours. Did you guys see that? That's the Mexican mangoes. Okay, I didn't peel off the skin and stuff like that because I wanted to find out. Okay, so big, meaty mangoes, 8 hours, yes. That's the Caribbean mangoes. You guys remembered? Yeah, yes. Okay, you see this, guys? Yes. So 8 hours, yes. 8 hours, yes. Um, but those who were wet, wet vegetables or stuff, the tomato, maybe 2 hours can do it. So this is a success because now we have some real data. Okay, we have real data on. Okay, this is too dry. Is it a failure? No. Maybe some people would want it to be this dry. It's a dry snack. Maybe that's what some people, or maybe that's how it's supposed to be. Maybe not all of them should be soft like the apple or the mango. Okay, so the mangoes you might have to go 9 hours. Okay, for the mangoes, it's the mangoes, especially the Mexican mango, can go for 9 hours, no problem. You guys see that? Yeah, the Mexican mango can go for 9 hours. Uh, yeah, same thing for the West Indian, yeah, the West Indian mango, same thing. It could go 9 hours, no problem. Of course, guys, you understand once that you have your mind made up, now that you know what the air fryer can, or well, it dehydrated stuff, and there was no way really to find out. I know they have a bunch of recipes, and maybe that can tell you for specific fruits or vegetables, this is all along that you should go. But as of now we would have to conduct more studies uh, about tomatoes, maybe three. If we want to keep it on the safe side, yeah, it's around 3 and 4 hours to do tomatoes. You know, is this a failure? No, this is not burned. Bear in mind what we have here or dehydrated food. It's not like, I know it's dry. Yeah, this is dry, but it's not burned. It's dehydrated, you know? So it's not burned. If you throw it in your mouth, you know, it might work fine. So what I'm gonna do, okay, what I'm gonna do, guys, we have to give it the final test, which is testing. Yeah, we have to taste them. Yeah, we have to taste them and see what they taste like. If you know, it doesn't matter if it's dry, but we want to see if there's like any flavor or whatever stuff like that. And what's interesting, if you're doing a batch of dry dehydrated vegetables, you can add your seasoning, your stuff, you make it to your liking. That's what we call a healthy snack. You know, whatever that was added to it is going to be you who did it. It's not something prefabricated or whatever that goes in there. It's going to be you, whether there's this and that, some cinnamon for a flavor and to give it a perfume, a bouquet. So whatever that you want to do more extra, that's up to you. I find that interesting. You can add your own spices to whatever's in there. Those two dudes, they are already sweet. And the kiwi should be interesting because of the citrus, because of the citrus. The kiwi should be like more than fine. Um, this was way too much. We know it. So Moroccan cucumber, I would say, just like tomatoes, you go with 3 hours and then you see what happened. You take it out and see what happened. That's what I would do. You know, if we don't have mangoes in there, any other fruits, instead of 8 hours, we go 4 hours. Or we go 3 hours, we take it out, see, or everything is holding, and then we add 1 more hour if needed, you know. So, or little mini peppers, yeah, that too, I'm guessing and around 2 3 hours, 3 hours, okay. And what's interesting, guys, now that you have the knowledge, you can start a batch of kiwis only, because those things, how much it takes, so you're not gonna have anything spoiling others' session, because mango should go together. So that's 8 hours guaranteed. So apple, that's 8 hours. So there's a whole bunch of things when you're doing them. Yes, I can just leave them, no problem. So if you're doing a batch, you do a batch of oranges or a batch of tomatoes. So you have a vegetable snack, and you can add your own little spices in the sandwich bag after, once you have it bagged up, you know. Uh, so yeah, I find that very interesting, and too bad for the Moroccan cucumbers. I didn't think they were so delicate to dehydration. So we're gonna let's test them, guys. Let's test it. All right, guys. Now that the fruits and vegetables are dehydrated, uh, we want to know what they taste like. So I'm gonna start with oranges. Okay, so let's see. We know it's too dry, but is it still eatable? Guys, when you were kids, those roll ups, okay, it's dry, but as soon as I put it in my mouth, it kind of like swell up. Wow, and it's sweet. Wow. Oh man. Uh, you know, and look, you see, that's the orange, but what's in your mouth, it kind of like swell up. Interesting. So that's what we call, okay, that's what is dried snack. Okay. You can still feel the zestiness of it, the citrus of it. This is orange 100%. Interesting. So, do you guys understand that's why I was not too fast to be judgmental and said, I think it's a failure because 8 hours is too much, or ever. It's not burnt, it's dehydrated. That's the whole point. So I'm guessing upon what you want to do or you feel about it, you can dehydrate it more or less. We know 8 hours, that's the maximum time. But for oranges, maybe if you prefer them even softer, you could. Yeah. So that's how much power, that's how much flexibility that you have with the instant air fryer once that you learn how to process some of the fruits, some of the vegetables. After this example, we know 8 hours for vegetables, it's way too much. Around 3 to 4 hours, we're in the right range. Um, but it tastes great. This is the tomato. All right, we're gonna try the tomato. Okay, you see, it's hard, but in my mouth, it comes a lot to your tomato. It's not burnt food. I'm associating things that are dry with burning food. It's not the same. Mm. That's one way you can push vegetables to your kids with a bit of funkiness, your own seasoning. Like I said, some of yeah, the tomato is such a success, guys. This is you have to redo your math. You are associating things that you see with failed things. Dehydration have nothing in common, guys. That is most interesting. Yeah, it's what you're feeling, the response that you get from your brain. I am eating tomatoes. Yeah, it's interesting. This is a success. So this is very dry. Same thing, you can play with the time, you know. The safe zone, I think, for vegetables would be 3 hours. That's the mini peppers. So, okay, that's the mini peppers. A success, guys. What they look like here in your mouth, the water of your mouth, bring them back to life with new energy. Well, interesting. I've never done it. you know, wow. This one is not gonna swell up. It lost too much of his mojo. That would be the Moroccan cucumber. It did lose too much of his mojo from the size that it began to shrink down. This much 8 hours was 3 times too much for cucumbers. And who would have thought? Because cucumbers is composed of water. It's made with water mostly. Mm. The cucumber that it's got a nice flavor, a fragrance. It's over dehydrated, but when you chew it and get it like soft and moist, again, its own fragrance. The Moroccan part of it is coming back. It's got a fragrance. The cucumber is almost tasting like a flower. You're in Morocco. Wow. It's got a fragrance, guys. It's very light. Your mouth is like bursting with flavors. And it didn't matter if I had oranges before. The fragrance of the Moroccan cucumber, it's so great that it it reinstated its own self. Yeah. Wow. That's amazing. Let's try the um, kiwi. Natural sweet, natural goodness. It can be compared to a roll up. Those citrus stuff that you throw in your mouth, it is a bit chewy. That's why I can compare it exactly to a roll up. Technology is just out of this world, guys. The amount of things which you can do in your home, and it's like you have become a manufacturer yourself. You're doing stuff usually that you have to go at the grocery to the grocery to get, and now you're doing that on spot to your liking. No need to go to the grocery. That's amazing. The apple, we're in familiar ground. Gentlemen, the apple, super sweet. You know, those sweet fruits need no add-ons. If they were sweet, they get even sweeter. But it's natural. That's exactly natural. You don't need no extra, nothing. What a success. The apple is, it's so sweet. Not over sweet like syrup. Everything, yes, the apple hasn't lost anything. Wow. Mm, wow. Amazing. Well, the mangoes, we already know. I'm just gonna have a bite just for the record because um, you know what? If you would have this fresh, it's very filling and it's still very filling now. You know? Yeah, it's very filling. That's the whole point. Having like healthy snack, it's very filling. I didn't think that okay after a couple of bites and pieces here and there, I would like start filling it. I am filling it because now they swell up in your stomach. Yeah, this is such a success, guys. Wow, that's more oranges with the skin. Oh. And you know, in real life, you would not eat oranges with the skin like this. It would, the zestiness of it would be like too much. But no, once it's dehydrated, it is perfectly fine and acceptable. Wow. Just for the record, guys, I'm full. Okay, that's the West Indian mango from the Caribbean. Ah, mm, this really needs to get dehydrated 2 hours more. Yeah. So mangoes, if you go 9, 10 hours, it's still too wet. Okay. So mangoes, yeah, you need to dehydrate them 10 hours. It's still wet, guys. Yeah, it's still wet. So there you guys have it. I will put in the descriptions um, what I think fits for all the fruits and vegetables that we just tried here. And if you have an air fryer, and upon the power, the wattage of your air fryer, if you have a weak air fryer, maybe what I just said there doesn't stand because it doesn't have the bang to do it. This is 1,700 watts. It can kick. If you have something that's lesser, it might take longer, but I am telling you, with the Instant VORTEX Plus, I will put in the description exactly how many hours is fit for vegetables and fruits. So I'm not going to even try the Mexican mango. It's probably too wet. Yeah. You guys see it? It's too wet. Yeah. So the mangoes, 8 hours didn't cut it. You have to go 10 hours or ever. The Mexican mango is good. It's citrusy. I like it. Alright. Yeah, it tastes good. Not a waste of time at all. Everything that I've said thus far true, but if you would slice this into smaller pieces, then maybe 8 hours is just fine. Let's just remember that I just took a big piece and threw it in there. If I'd sliced them into smaller pieces, then you see how meticulous that you must be, because you first see one thing and then you recalculate it and see, well, maybe if it's only like tiny, not tiny, but like if you slice this into 3 pieces, then yeah, 8 hours would dry it up nice, so but mangoes for sure, 8 hours, it's not a waste of time, and I would still keep the program to 10 hours and slice them up so they can like dehydrate evenly. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I am at peace that, yeah, the Instant VORTEX Plus air fryer is all that whatever that's written in the owner's manual, whatever was in the box showing the ability, what the machine could do, has delivered flawlessly. It's powerful. It's 1,700 watts, so it's got a bang. It can bang, it's 6 liters, so anything that wants to bang with this, and let's not, you must remember that if you get one that's smaller, you might have to redo the process over and over, and you might have to do too many batches that will not be not in your advantage. That would be a disadvantage, because if you get to, because your basket is too small, then you have to like do it over and over again, then yeah, it become a disadvantage. So thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It was educational, and and fun, you know, and we put it to the final test, which is testing, and the taste is just fabulous. I am full, so if you like it, give it a thumbs up. Get your friends to follow the channel. We are doing educational, fun stuff that are to your level. You don't need a spacesuit, don't get one. Elon Musk will stay on his side, and I'm doing things to everyone's level so you can understand and do it and get it yourself. Not too expensive, it's just right. Below $200, an instant fire VORTEX plus 6 liters. That's below $200. I think I paid 160 something. So the quality and all that you're getting, don't forget the healthy part of it counts. When you do the math, you must think about, oh yeah, I have control over what I am eating and how it's done. This must be part of the equation. Yeah, your health, your kids' health, your partner's health. Yeah, so this, when you do your equation, add that to the equation. It matters. So, okay, you guys stay fit, enjoy healthy, dry, dehydrated snack. It's worth it. Your mouth is going to be happy. All right. So, you guys do something for me. You take care.